Okay, so welcome back everyone. This is Lite Crypto, and today we are going to be doing a time-sensitive video on token sales. In case you have been neglecting your airdrop farming, or maybe you have been trading your meme coins at 99% loss, maybe there's still some hope for you in case you are going to be investing on some of these projects that we are going to be talking about here today. Obviously, not financial advice, and please do your own research on these projects as well. This is a very surface look into these things. Now, before we go into this massive list, I want to give you like 3 good tips for the current situation. So right now it's January 14th, and there's a lot of sales that are going to be happening this January. I don't know much about February or March. And right now, as I've said in yesterday's video, I think we are closing into the peak of the bull run, which is probably going to be happening in February or March. That's what a lot of people are saying. But the first goal is to not to invest in projects which have vesting. That means when your token unlocks happen are like 1 year away or 6 months away. That is too risky in my opinion, unless the project is like total blue chip and it might do okay on the bear market. So 100% you got to be really wary of the vesting schedule for these projects. Number 2 is the FDV, which means the fully diluted value. What is the price that the project is going to be launching? Because that's something you have to pay attention to. Because if they are valuing themselves at $500 million or $1 billion, they are already in top 100. And if you are in top 100 by market cap, there's not a lot of room for growth in terms of the sale. So you want to be in something that is low market cap. I've invested in some of things that were 1 million to 5 million market cap, this year. And then I have invested in things that have been 150 million or 200 million even. That's kind of where the pain threshold starts, in 200 million in my opinion. I think that's very high, but in case it's a very, very good project, you might want to consider it. There are very good platforms. The third point is the premium platforms. Number 1 is CoinList. I have talked about them a million times on the channel. In case you didn't know, well, you're a noob. And there has been a lot of very, very powerful sales. Obviously, Solana was sold at 40 cents or something like that on this platform. Ondo was sold at 5 cents. I got into that sale. I made a lot of money from there. We have Peak also. I think they did like 7x or something like that. This is 5.5, but this can't be the all-time. Okay, whatever, it's maybe 25. So anyhow, there has been very, very good sales on this platform. Right now, they don't have any token sales going on, which is very sad. But in case they're going to be having something you want to pay attention to, although American users are not able to invest in this platform. Only ones that have kind of performed poorly are like Cosmos chain things. Otherwise, like most of the projects have been doing extremely well on CoinList. Other premium platforms obviously are Binance Launchpad, which is very rail heavy though. It's not the same thing. A lot of these exchanges things are kind of the same. Then we have Paid Ignition, Engine Starter, Decubate, and GPT and Polka Starter. Those are really, really good ones. Ape Terminal got some scams in the past, which got some drama. But other than that, I think they're decent too. So fundamentally, there are a lot of very, very premium launchpads, and then there are a lot of ones that really fucking suck, which have just low quality projects on them, and that's why they are having lower ROIs. So that's kind of like the 3 points. So once again, FDVs, premium launchpads, and the vesting schedule, guys. You have to really pay attention to. Do not buy into the projects which are going to be launching their token on 2026. That's fucking bullshit. That's the bear market, and you are going to likely lose your money unless it's a super high quality premium project. So the first one we have here is called Soon Network, and there's another one that is called Soon Chain or something. This is the Solana one, and not to be confused with the other two. So do not mix these two things up. And they are having currently a sale which is literally starting in hours. If you're watching this video, it might be already live. And the long story short, this is an SVM stack, meaning Solana Virtual Machine Stack. So it's very similar to Eclipse, which makes it a very, very scalable chain in terms of technology and TPS, all those metrics. They are very capable of like mass scaling a chain, and that makes it a very bullish. And the other bullish aspect about this project is no VCs. No VCs or KOLs to basically dump on you. And here is some of the metrics here. There's a lot of about the distribution. 51% goes to community, 8% to airdrop, so basically almost 60% to the thing. Ecosystem is 25%. Foundation and treasury are only getting 16% together. So not a lot of team allocations and all that. That's very, very good. And here's a bit of an explanation about the milliseconds 50, which is better than all of these 5 over here. Luckily, they didn't add Super Sui here. They may not be as good as them, but whatever, still a very high quality chain. So that's basically the thing. Now, the sale is interestingly functioned. It is based on these NFTs, and the NFTs represents amount of tokens. Now, that means that there's going to be a minimum that you have to buy, which is $1,080, well, actually $1,200. You are going to be getting some level of discount depending on your Twitter account. And I guess you're using my code as well to signing because you need an invite code. You might be getting some other discount, and maybe that person could be up to 30% or something. I don't know what is the maximum. I got 10% with my main account. And these things have different vesting schedules. We just talked about the vesting schedules. The best one, which is giving you the best token price, is 12 months of vesting. 12 months of locked and 36 months of linear unlock. 3 years. Okay, that is total no-go. That is way too long, even if with the better evaluation, which is roughly around 3x cheaper than the 3-month one. And then there's the 6 months with 12 months of linear unlock. That's also risky. And then there is the 3 months thing. And if we look at the current situation right now, I think the 3 months is actually fairly good, because if the GG is, let's say, in February, you're going to be getting February and March allocations, and then on April you might be selling at a bit of a loss as the bear market happens. But in case the project is going to be 2xing, you're going to be 66% of your allocation, and that's going to be sold at a 2x valuation. So you're going to be making money on the 3-month thing. But obviously this is a high risk play. The FDVs are kind of high. The lowest is 120 million, and I think it goes from 120 million to 370 million. That roughly ranks it at 184th coin or something like that. So it's a bit higher, but then again, I think they have good branding and no VCs. So there's a bit of element over here, and this is a pre-order, guys. So it doesn't mean that you have to actually buy right now. And I'm probably just going to be buying one of these NFTs. I got a lot of allocation though, but I think I'm just going to go with one because I'm not so bullish on the FDV of this project. But in case, obviously, I'm pricing everything on the current valuation of the market. If Bull Run is going to be 3xing the whole market, it's a total different scenario. It's a total different scenario in terms of the valuation. So mine's a bit bearish, but that's my take on this project. Then we have Solayer, which we have talked about. This is kind of like the eigen layer of Solana. And we guys are lucky because this was initially going to happen yesterday, but they pushed the sale into the 16th. And now you have this situation where it is basically you have the opportunity to get into this. I think you need to do KYC in order to get into this sale, maybe. Let me see, actually. Maybe not. Maybe it was another one. So KYC might be a thing that you need to do, and it's just the state of the game, and you just have to, take the D in the mouth and just do the KYC in case you want to get rich. And there's obviously some opportunities on this list which do not require KYC. Let's talk about these terms. So this is a TGE at 100%, so you're going to be getting everything at launch, and it seems that this launch is going to be happening very after the sale, or in February, whatever. It's on the Bull Run time, and the FDV of the fully diluted value is 350 million. That is kind of high, but then again, the Solayer's, let me actually open up the CoinMarketCap so I can actually confirm this. The Solayer's own Solana liquid staking token is already pretty high on the list. So this is already number 41 in by market cap, which is 222 million, but it stakes Sol, so it's not equatable as a real project. It's kind of hard to evaluate in that sense. So from that comparison point of view, there's already a lot of liquidity inside a project, so that's kind of one metric to basically measure the valuation. So in my opinion, it's not too bad, but I wouldn't go millions into this project. I think it's still risky. I just do like the 100% TG unlock on this project, and there is a KYC requirement. Okay, so that is throughout the Build Bad platform. I haven't done any sales prior to this, but there's also probably no minimum gap Okay, there's $100 and $200,000 at the maximum. I think that's a pretty good range for a lot of people, and many different payment options for people who are looking into that. But basically, I don't think it's that bad of a whole thing. There's not a pie chart over here how much the other things are getting, but it's another one that's probably going to be highly talked about, and we will see how well it will be doing. But I don't think it's a totally bad investment given it's 100%. But let's see how it will be going, and I will be definitely investing on this. Not sure how much on that range as of right now. Then we have Polkastarter, which I mentioned earlier is one of the more higher tier chains, in not chains, Launchpads for projects. Here are some of their performances recently, which were done in December: 440%, 717%, 479%, 853%, 950%. Okay, like crazy numbers. Okay. And this is, and there's Cookie also, which I also bought into, so I'm very, very high on this investment. And I said already earlier, which I should have probably said, and in yesterday's video I said something, and I should have said this earlier at the beginning of the video, but these AI agents and everything AI related right now is just going to go off the wall. And that's why I'm like almost going to be investing every single AI project which is going to be involved with AI agents, because there's such a big thing. And obviously most of them are going to be vaporware, but in terms of like these launches which are going to be happening recently and don't have a lot of vesting periods and low FTVs, they are very, very good investment opportunities. So we got two which have allow lists open. Polkastarter does require you to buy their token and investing, locking it in. You need 500, I think 1,000 minimum. There is missions that you can do. This will give you a 5%, 500 points. So basically half of these things, just social media tasks, very easy. So I think you're going to be buying at like $100 worth of these tokens, which you're going to be staking. And you're going to be getting a potential for an allocation. Not a guaranteed, but a potential. Let me show you the actual numbers over here. So when we go into my staking here, I have right now 1,054 staked, and I have 40.88% on probability of getting in. And then there's also the silver tier, which is actually not that far away. You know, it's not very expensive at the current prices. So, and I think you're going to be getting like power as more you like lock in, and yeah, and this can be done on Binance Smart Chain or on Ethereum. BSC is obviously a more cheaper one. And just given the history of the Polkastarter, I think there's going to be a lot more of these good high quality projects in the future as well. So I'm just going to be holding this coin probably throughout the bear market, because it's just going to be really, really good time to buy Launchpad coins. So they have three projects over here. So just go very quickly on them. We have an RWA project called Limpid, and this is not a lot of information here right now, so we can't talk about too much about it. But there isn't that many RWA projects, so I think there's a lot of room. We have the Ondo Finance having a side project called Ondo AI. It's not by the team, by the way. Very clear. I had to research that up. And Ondo Finance obviously did 20x or something. Just talked about it. And this one is $387,000. So sorry. 1.1 million FTV. That is extremely low. So that allows you to have a lot of room for growth. Ondo is having an investment from BlackRock, so their ecosystem is going to boom. So this is like a no-brainer for me, and it's an AI project. And then we have Avalanche, which is being sold in another Launchpad, and they also have 1.2 million FTV market cap. That is very, very low. Very, very low. Once again, these are extremely low. This is 100 times lower than the project like Soon compared to what we just talked about. So, and they are AI, so AI agents, so just like instant ape for me at least. But obviously, will I get allocations? And another story. I will be sharing some information about those. And there doesn't seem to be any type of like vesting for these sales either. So that's very, very bullish as well, because we want to sell during this AI craze. Then there is the Legion platform. They had recently the fuel sale, which did instantly 2x. As I did say on the previous token sale video, I just said that this is going to be easy 2x, and it did 2x. Sadly, I didn't get allocation. Now they're having sale for corn. FTV of 150 million, which in my opinion is kind of high, but when you compare it into other Bitcoin projects like Core And well, I don't know if Core is actually directly a Bitcoin project, but you have Stacks, which is 2.3 billion. I think Core also has some room for growth. I just wanted to add this here because it could do well, but the problem here is a 1-year lockup with a 12-month linear invest. So that's kind of, I wanted to just add this kind of in as like an example of a really, really bad deal. Unless you think Corn is going to be absolutely printing, do not buy this because it's a kind of high FTV, and we're going to be having to wait until 27 until we're going to be getting our last linear vesting for this project. So I'm going to give it a pass. If there was a lower vesting period, I would have invested in this, but 12 months, I'm not going to do that deal. So fuck that. Moving on. Yes, we have Solv protocol. This is another one that has been Bitcoin staking. There are a lot of these types of projects right now, but they have an actual very high TVL. So it might be doing well. And they have a couple of places where they have a sale. One of them is Bing X, and they're currently selling at 2 cents. I believe the valuation is around 170 million, something like that. So not too shabby. This is going to be fully released at the launch. There's also going to be a lottery draw. So some lucky guy is going to be getting 20,000 worth of Sol. You need to do KYC on Bing X to basically get into this sale. Who knows? Bing X might have some other good sales down the line. And you are going to be getting an allocation based on your deposits. And there's going to be a referral thing, I guess, as well. I'm going to leave my link down below. So the more assets you have on this exchange, more likely you are going to be getting a higher subscription limit for this sale. There's still like 2 days left for this one. It's getting bit late, or now it's you're running out of time. That's the one I was trying to say. And however, the KYC took like 2 minutes to actually get verified. They have an automatic service, so that's a pretty good thing. But they are going to be having another sale on another Launchpad, but there was no information about that, so I just saw that on another website. And here's the tokenomics. So this is kind of like a more like fluctuating supply. How it's exactly going to be going remains to be seen. But once again, another one that I would probably going to be investing if I get the time. Then probably the most interesting project on this list is DeLorean, the DMC token. This is going to be a first EV electronic car Web3 project. And this is going to be on Sui. And this is also going to be having their allow list closing in a day and 9 hours. And this is a very interesting project, and there's no information about the TGE. I mean, a lot of information is running out. The sale is going to be happening on 21st, and it's going to be on republic.com, which probably means that there's going to be a KYC. Historically, Republic doesn't have very good sales, just saying. So we're going to be really having to see whatever this is going to be like a good valuation. They also have these time capsule NFTs. I bought one just today, and they're going to be raffling things. They already raffled one of these cars. So, and there's going to be a lot of other things like Sui Plays. We have F1, VIP tickets. There's going to be Nike shoes, and there's going to be physical time capsules and DMC apparel, Carly Combat VIP tickets, Motorverse things, and Shiba calls. I don't know what these are, maybe NFTs. So interesting thing, very interested on this project. Is very different, and as a big Sui guy right now, I'm definitely going to be investing on this as well. But we have to see like on everything that will come out of it, and obviously because it's a car, if it could actually compete with Tesla, it could be something that we could sit on these tokens for like multiple cycles. But we have to see. And they actually did buy the branding, the DeLorean. This is obviously in case you didn't know. Back to the Future movies, that's the car, what's called DeLorean. So they have the license to that thing. They bought it. And then we are going to be talking about very briefly about a couple of other Launchpad platforms. And number one of those is ChainGPT. This is a pretty recent project that did a fundraising. I remember those sales going on. I think this project did 20x. And there's some interesting AI things here. We have one that's going to be ending in 30. Okay, this is going to be already over when this video is out. 3.5 million FTD, very low. There's going to be hybrid AI agent. This one also could be good. FTV 25 million, not too bad. That was something that I would invest. I think you will be needing tokens to stake in order to get into these sales. And I know that that's not ideal for a lot of people. It's kind of annoying. I hate it too. I just kind of like sales where everybody can just participate. And maybe there's some other things where you can get bonuses. But there's a couple of interesting things over here. and a couple of AI projects which I might be keeping my eyes on. And then some of these also have refunds, so in case you just didn't like anything, you can refund your project or something like that. So that's kind of interesting. Then we have two other platforms. We have Decubate. They're having this sale called the Legend, which I think is going into a public sale. Okay, I got $7 investment on this, but the Legend one is another AI project, and they are having a sale on another platform. I just don't remember where, but another AI platform which has decent FTV. It's not even a million. It's 800K. So this one also is going to cook, and pretty low vesting schedules. And I mean, if you have a 5 million project which has potential to go 100x, it doesn't really matter if there's a high vesting period. Just saying. And then lastly, there is Engine Starter. They have a couple of things. There's a couple of AI projects going on here right now. This one's going to be ending tomorrow. A couple of ones starting on 17th. And the one that really caught my eye was Stable, which I think is a stable coin Solana project. We talked about on yesterday's airdrop video about how bullish I am on these stablecoin protocols for the bear market. I think they are going to be ones that are going to be cooking really, really well. So there's a lot of information on this video. This is a very long video, a lot of projects that we talked about, and we didn't even go into very, very deep on them. I'm just saying AI agents are just very, very bullish right now. And there are a lot of very, very premium sales currently ongoing. And there are going to be sales that are going to be happening soon as well, which are going to be having their sales. So you have to keep your eyes on these types of projects who are going to be holding their sales next. And there's decentralized science, AI agents. Stay away from DeFi. I don't think those are going to be doing really well. But AI related things are going to be cooked right now during this few months before the bull run potentially ends. So that's kind of what I have to share with you guys. In case you want more detailed information or want to ask otherwise, we do have specific token sale rooms in our Telegram and Discord where you can ask, or you can ask us on the comment section below, and I will be sharing some of these informations about what did I buy and what did I get and all that in a future videos and etc. But thanks for watching. We'll be seeing you soon. Cheers.